Good morning and welcome to today's vlog. If you are new here, my name is Chelsea. I'm a third grade teacher in Pennsylvania, and this is a very exciting video because I just arrived at school and I am heading into my classroom to start classroom setup for the 2023-2024 school year. I am like so giddy excited right now to get into my room and just start creating this space. If you are not familiar with my teacher journey, this will be my first time going back into a classroom that I have taught in before. I long-term subbed for a long while at the start of my teaching career, so having the chance to go back to a space that's already mine is so amazing, but there's still a lot of things that I want to do and change, and oh, I'm just so excited. Let me carry in all my stuff and get settled in my room, and I will check in again. Okay, so I just got in with all of my stuff. I definitely should not have tried to take it all in one trip. My shoulder is killing me now, but it's in, we're good. Let me turn you around and show you the space. So thankfully I was able to leave up all the bulletin boards. I just covered a few of them. So that's good, but here's what we're working with. I've got to say, it is so much less daunting coming in to this with like most of the big stuff already decorated the way that I want it, because last year it was a total blank slate. Like I was starting from literal scratch. So this is nice that I can just like adjust and finesse and figure out like what's gonna work better this year. So it's just really nice. But right now I'm gonna go run up to the library because our secretary told us that our supply orders were in. So I'm gonna go see what all I have up there and bring it on down to my room. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. All right, so now that stuff is picked up, I am good to just close my door and get started in here. First thing I'm gonna do is tear down all this paper around the room to get the space ready for me to put stuff up. Paper's down, looking good. I think now I'm gonna start unpacking all the stuff that I brought from home and start getting it where it needs to be. Problem of the day, folks. Wouldn't be a day without them. So I always have a desk calendar and I always hang it next to my desk, and I knew this year I was going to need to move the command hooks because, you know, these are farther apart, and that's fine. But now the holes for this desk calendar are too small to fit on the command hook. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find command hooks that are thinner than these guys. I don't have high hopes. We have come to the point in the day where staring is allowed. I have so many thoughts, ideas, trying to work out the logistics of them all, picturing things. Let me just chat with you quick. Big thing right now is classroom layout, okay? Kind of want to reorganize the way I have things. I had my library back there last year. I want it over here this year because these shelves much better fit these book bins. Like I can fit a lot more books in a smaller space. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I have big bins of picture books that I'm gonna line up along the top here, which means iPads are moving, which is fine. I didn't want iPads near the library anyway, but I think I want to put the iPads on that counter over there by the sink, like far enough away that it won't, you know, get wet if kids make a mess. And then I'll move all those signs to this little board. I literally did not use that bulletin board once. So that's gonna now be our classroom hub with all our like codes and everything. So because I'm not gonna have my classroom library back here, it's gonna be a lot more open. I'm actually gonna probably put those shelves in storage because I don't think they're gonna fit on top of my cabinets here. But I think I'm gonna do my small group back here, which is gonna be nice because so many times last year when I had my small group here, it was freezing from the AC being right behind us. So give us some distance from the AC. It will be a little bit annoying having to move from my desk back here, like carrying my laptop and stuff over, but hopefully it'll be okay. So I think, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I think I just need to move the iPads over there, see what it looks like, move the signs down. Another thing is stem bins. This was where I stored stem bins last year, and I'm not storing them this year. They're this year, obviously, because that's now book bins. So I need to figure out where I'm gonna store stem bins. I also got new bins for them with lids. I got some new stem toys. I'll show you all that later. Right now, let me just take a moment to think some more. All right, iPads have been moved. I don't think I love them over here, but I don't know. I kind of like that it's out of the way because like learning doesn't really happen back here. Just like if a kid needs to like wash their hands or whatever. So like they're kind of out of the way. And then I have the window space clear for my picture book. So I'm gonna grab those out of my cabinets here. Oh my goodness, these cabinets are atrocious. So here's what it looks like now with all of the picture books out and on top. And I really think I'm liking this setup because I feel like I just have so many more books out and available for the kids, and they still fit in a pretty compact space. And it's also in like built-in furniture. Like I don't have to have external shelves just taking up more space in the classroom. They're just there. I like it. Now, obviously, I need to add some labels to some of my bins just because I have more out than I did last year. And also some of them, like the female characters and the Dogman in Minecraft, are getting really full. So I might need to adjust like how I group them just because I have some more space down there. So I don't know if that'll be a today job. I do have some extra labels with me, but we shall see. So we're back to staring. I feel like I accomplished one thing and then I just need to like debrief to figure out what to do next. I have a list of things to do on my phone, but it is not comprehensive. Like not everything's on there and it's all like huge jobs. Like each one is gonna take a minute to complete. So I'm ignoring my list and I'm just going with the flow today. We'll do lists tomorrow. But next thing I'm thinking about is switching my back bulletin boards. So last year I had this portion of the bulletin board as like my classroom library bulletin board because it was right above the classroom library. So where those little dots are, I had picture frames of like different children's book characters printed out. And it was super cute, but now that the library is not there, it feels kind of silly. So I think I'm gonna move that whole situation to this board, and I wanna add a quote to it. I think I'll get rid of read, because that feels silly. So I'll have the picture frames over there, and I think I want to print in like my neon paper, today a reader, tomorrow a leader, and have that up there. I need to measure to figure out like how big to make the letters. And then on this space, I'm gonna have like a science social studies board. So I'll do ELA, math, science, social studies, and I'll probably like space it out more evenly too. Maybe I'll do that next. I don't know. Maybe I'll find something else to do. Let me think some more. I really hope you don't mind this being a long vlog because I have only been here less than an hour and a half and we're already at this point. Okay, so now I'm struggling because I feel like the spacing of these frames just isn't working on this long and skinny bulletin board, and like trying to think of where to do the words, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. I just don't know. I mean, I guess I could do the frames on this little wall or even that wall and move the math poster. I gotta say, I did not reference that once last year. I just had it there as like a space filler. And I think there's like gross stuff on the wall behind it from when there used to be a TV mounted there. But at the same time, having those frames here would be closer to the books. And I normally do like a little lamp and an alphabet pillow up there, so that could be cute. And then this would be free and that would be free. Ooh, ooh. So yeah, you can see like the grossness on the wall, but I think I'm gonna plop those up there. Let me see if I have some command hooks. I could even bring the big read over here. So I just added the read letters on there. I think it looks really cute. I do wish the frames were like a little bit closer together, but you win some, you lose some. I don't think it's gonna bother me enough to fix it, but we shall see. Also, whoever said fabric for bulletin boards didn't fade was a liar. You can see where my read letters were. You can kind of see where the picture frames were. It like yellowed over the last year. Ah, such a bummer. And that fabric was expensive too. So it's not gonna be worthwhile to fix it. So I'm hoping once I put new letters and posters up there, you won't be able to notice it very much, but it's just annoying. So I kind of forgot just how much stuff I had for library decorations. So I am definitely gonna move all those up. Okay, that was a pain, but it is so much better now. I love this. And that was something that was not even in my mind when I walked in here this morning. Ah. Okay, so I think it's time to dive into my stem bins and figure them out. So last year I had these bins, super cute. I liked how clean they were. But some of the stem bin materials, if they weren't like all broken down and broken apart, they would start like overflowing. So I went ahead and I ordered some new bins to use for stem bins. They look like this, okay? So definitely bigger. Got a lid now, which is good. I feel like for some of them it's overkill to have a bin this big, but I also want them to all be the same. I'm just kind of stuck right now. And I also don't even know where I'm going to be storing these. Another part of me was thinking I could get another one of the rolly carts from Michael's, like the 10 drawer ones. I have a rainbow one up there right now. And then each drawer could be a different stem bin activity. It'd be stem drawers instead of stem bins, I guess. Just another thought. And then I could use these bins that I got for like markers and crayons and stuff like that, because they're currently now in all mismatched bins. Let me try to put them in the bins, see what they look like, and go from there. So here's the situation. I'm not thrilled with it. There's just so much wasted space in some of these. Like, some of these are fine. Like, those are fine. But then you get like the puzzle balls. They take up no room. Hashtag blocks and Legos, these stinging popsicle sticks. And I just don't know what's gonna be best. I'm tempted to go back to the little bins that I just took them out of, because they worked like mostly well. But then like, these guys can't be stacked, which when they were on the shelves over by the windows was not a big deal because they each had their own spot. But now I'm probably gonna stack them because it'll take up less space. But where am I gonna stack them? I think I might do a rolly cart. Like, I know I just got all these bins, but these bins can be used for other things. I've got plenty of things these bins can be used for. Math manipulatives, school materials, like supplies. I think the rolly cart might be my best bet. Let me test it with the one that I have, see what I think of it, and we'll go from there. Okay, yes. Absolutely yes. 100% yes. I love it. Okay, I took those popsicle sticks out because I got these that didn't have enough space, so I'd rather have those than those. Nobody liked the popsicle sticks. But each one fits so nicely in there. The magnetiles can't like be up like that because they'll hit, but they lay down and they're fine. And there's room for more if I ever add to it. And it's just so perfect. I do want to add more variety to the puzzle ball thing, like maybe throw in a couple of Rubik's Cubes or something, but holy moly, this is actually perfect. So much better than those bins, but this is fine because I will use those. And even better than those bins that did me good last year. Okay, I'm really glad that worked because I was a little bit discouraged about that. But I will run to Michael's when I'm done here today, or maybe like if I leave and grab lunch, I'll pick one up. I might do a clear one so that I can do like colored labels on each drawer to like label what is in each. But yeah, oh, that's so thrilling. So here's a thought. I just took off one of my labels from last year and stuck it on. It is a near perfect fit. I would just have to not add the knobs on the drawers, which is totally fine because they are removable. So maybe I'll just use those same ones from last year, and then I just have to make a few more for the new drawers. Already putting those bins to good use. I've got my markers sorted by the like chunky thick ones and the fine tip ones. They were all mixed together in here, and I didn't like that this was open and couldn't stack and didn't match anything. So now they match and they can stack, and this is great. So it's been a second since I've picked up the phone to film, but I kind of just dove into my cabinets and kind of got lost in there of like organizing and going through everything. So let me show you the progress that I've made. So top shelf and third shelf are looking great. I've got my new bins in there. The top shelf is all math stuff. So I've got like math manipulatives in there. I love that they are clear and that I can see what's in them and that they all match. Before they were like all in those mismatched bins. So those are out of here. And then this shelf is all like school supplies that we have extras of throughout the year. I also started to set up my little student center. So if they are missing a material from their pencil box and they need an extra, or if there's like runs out or dries out, they can come over here and grab one. I had that little student center on the counter over here last year, and unfortunately it was not able to stay because the students were not using it wisely, taking stuff when they didn't need it, and we were just like flying through materials. So hopefully I can set expectations better on the first day this year so that we don't have to lose that privilege. Over here I just have whiteboards, whiteboard erasers, and crayons. I thought about putting it over there, but I don't know. So I continued to do more work in these cabinets. They are pretty much done. I am going to take a break now though to go grab some lunch. I think I'm gonna do Chick-fil-A because I have some gift cards and like a free sandwich coupon. So I'm gonna go do that, and Chick-fil-A is right near Michael's, so I will run in and get the rolly cart. I am half tempted to get a rainbow one just to, you know, add more color to my colorful room, but I don't know. I'll probably do clear. We'll see. All right, so I just got back from Michael's and lunch, and I did run into Target to look for thinner command hooks. Turns out the ones I have are the thinnest you can get. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that calendar. I'll circle back to that later. But I got my rolly cart. I don't feel like assembling it right now at this moment. So I am going to put up my calendar because that'll be a nice, easy job and will make me feel good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and assemble this cart because it is currently the most desirable job that I have, procrastinating some other things. All right, so we are assembled. It was super easy to assemble this when I wasn't adding wheels to it, nor was I adding drawer stoppers. So it went nice and quick, but I got everything in it. I think it looks good. I am gonna make new labels for everything just because I don't want numbers on them, because I'm sure the kids are gonna end up putting them back in a different slot than they took them out, and then they won't be in order anyways. So I'm gonna make new labels, pretty much the same size as those, and I'll use the colors still, but I'll just say what is in each bin. I don't know, I feel like I'm starting to fade, folks. It is 2:30. Just to give you some reference, I got here at 8 this morning and then took that lunch break. I think I'm definitely slowing down. I'm trying to think about how much more I want to get done today. What I'm working on right now is getting these crayon boxes ready. I picked these up at Michael's today when I went for my drawers, because I can't stand crayon boxes. And I was thinking back on how quickly they just got wrecked last year. And then just crayons were loose and flying everywhere. So I figured that I would invest in these containers. I'm optimistic that the majority of them will last through the year. We shall see. But I think it's going to be nice to have a durable, designated place for the kiddos' crayons. And I mean, their pencil boxes are full of materials. Like, there's not much wiggle room in there. So having at least that box of crayons out of there to alleviate some space, I think will be helpful. So I'm gonna peel off all these stickers and then get the crayons in here. there they all are. They're beautiful, lovely. I really hope they last throughout the year. We will see. Time will tell. All right, so I think next I might start moving around some furniture. I want to push the white cube shelves, like I guess to the front corner of my room, or maybe even out in the hallway, just so I can picture it without them taking up space in here. See where I would like my kidney table, and then maybe start doing some desk arrangements. I don't know how I want to have them arranged for the start of the school year, if I want table groups to start, or if I want to do like little rows. I'll test some stuff out. We'll see. Wow, it is really starting to look like a classroom in here. All right, so I've just been doing some computery work, so I did not vlog it. I had to make labels for all of my students to like put on all of their materials. So I got those made up and printed out. I also printed out my Meet the Teacher letter. Let me see, what do I need to block? Here they are. So these will get mailed out to families next week so they can find out who their teacher is going to be. I need to go home and stuff those. I left the envelopes at home, so I need to fold them up, stick them in there, and then give them to my secretary, hopefully tomorrow. So I am going to make an updated list of all the things that need to get done now that I've, spent a whole day in here and I have a better idea of what I'm working with. And then I will determine if I want to stay here and get some more stuff done or call it a day. It's already 3:45, which is wild. Let me work on this list and make a decision. All right, the list has been made. It's still quite long. A good chunk of the things I can do at home. It's like designing new labels and whatnot. So I am going to head out. It has been a day. I've spent many hours here, and I will be back tomorrow for another day of this. So I'm gonna go home, take a break, pet my dogs. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this first day of classroom setup, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.